making history and breaking through the ranks. An intimate event with close friends and family, Sam Matekane has become the first in Lesotho to receive this prestigious award.
And now, the winner of the Forbes Best of Africa Leading Entrepreneur of the Year is Mr. Sam Matekane, Chairman.
The good news has reached the highest echelons of power. Participating virtually, the King sends his congratulations.
We in Lesotho are very proud to have a citizen of his stature, as it's a citizen of his caliber of leadership, a citizen of his caliber of generosity, and a citizen with so much humility and kindness that he has shown to many other people across the country and beyond for many years. So I just want to thank Forbes and all the people concerned for honoring this son of the soil and for honoring Lesotho and Basotho with this prestigious honor.
From humble beginnings to Africa's top achiever, Matekane cannot hide his joy. He says Africa has enough resources to bring its own solutions. Matekane Group of Companies was established in 1986. A small sole proprietor in transport with one truck, today houses exceptional teams in construction, mining, aviation, farming and property, with a strong touch of philanthropy. Rapelang Khatebe, SABC News, Lesotho.
Well, we're now joined via Zoom by Mr. Sam Matekane, Forbes Best of Africa Leading Entrepreneur of the Year Award. He's also the founder of the Matekane Group of Companies. Thank you so much indeed for joining us. Congratulations on your award. How do you feel?
I feel very, very good, Peter. Very, very, very happy.
Now, Lesotho is a tiny country in terms of size, population, but it looks as if so much can happen out of a small country such as this with a bit of ingenuity and entrepreneurship.
Yes, very true. We got a tiny mountain kingdom here. With full of vast things that can be done. As business, there's a lot of opportunities in this country that can be established. Should people be given an opportunity?
All right, but now this is an Africa-wide award, which means that you've performed and compared to among the best on the continent. What do you think has been the driving energy that has got you to this position where we can compare you with the best on the continent and you come out tops?
You know, Peter, sometimes if you really pursue your dreams, that helps you a lot, because if you have a goal, if you have a vision that you really want to reach, you always you become resilient with tenacity. So that really helps a lot to achieve exactly what you want. Perseverance, yeah.
All right, you started in transport, didn't you, and plant hire, but tell us a little bit about what that grew into over time.
Yes, it is true. Actually, I started with the concrete brick making machines. I was producing these concrete bricks. That's exactly where I started. Then over the years, we grew small up until where we are today. But like I say, that you really need to make things happen. You really need to push. You need to be involved yourself in your business so that you can be able to turn your dream into reality.
And what's happened over time as well is that it wasn't just about business for you, because philanthropy became something that you also showed, and we've just heard there from King Letsia how you have contributed a lot to the people of Lesotho.
Yeah, my belief is that because I had a lot of support from the entire Mosotho nation, even beyond borders. So what I believe in is to plant back from the same people that was able to assist you when you almost have nothing. I believe that when there's a need for them, you really have to be there for them as well. That is why we have been planting back to the society.
And most recently, I mean, you've spent quite a lot of money in assisting the Ministry of Health and the country fight COVID-19.
Yes, we need to remember one thing, that as business people, we depend on our consumers are our own people, the people that you live with. So what you need to do in times like this, when this virus is trying to kill people as it is doing now, you need to come in wherever possible, try and assist with whatever means. That is why last year when this thing started hitting our country, when it started hitting everywhere in the world, I went out and then tried to procure the equipment that is the ones that they use for the labs,
Right.
which was very new to us as well at the time. The testing we established together with our government here, a national testing laboratory, which is still functional today. Because together we thought, let's try and save the nation. Because if this nation dies of this, we will have no consumer tomorrow.
And I guess another way that you've contributed has been, you know, as you've grown your business from small, as you said, and steady, there are so many people now that are employed as a result of your efforts. And this is the kind of thing that we're trying to do more and more of on the continent. How can we create more Sam Matekanes?
It is very easy, Peter. We need to have people that have passion for what they do, so that they can take it forward and make sure that they are doing the right things. And we can have and pursue whatever they are doing. There will be difficult times when you think you need to give up, but please don't give up. Just carry on, soldier on up until things will tend to be okay.
All right. What advice would you give perhaps to state institutions and how they can help businessmen like you?
What they need to do, they just need to make their policies flexible enough so that business can be able to do to try and level the play field for business. Their policies must be the right policies. That in that way, business will run the economy with no problem.
And I would imagine as a businessman, it's also learning to stay the course, persevere, and navigate challenges as they come along.
Sorry, come again?
I was just saying that one of the things that you've probably had to learn over time is staying the course and learning to navigate challenges as they come along, because Certainly, Lesotho is not a country that's not had its fair share of problems over time.
Yeah, I think that it is very true. But Africa has got a lot of minerals, enough for all the African countries to sustain themselves, so that we are more independent. And then we don't have to go outside to look for something that we already have in our countries. We need to make sure that whatever we use, the resources that we use, we utilize them in the right way so that they can be able to benefit the African people.
I mean, you've achieved almost anything that a businessman can achieve in his lifetime. Do you still have big ambitions and goals? What's next?
You know, life, Peter, nothing is enough. We always have the passion to push on and make sure that you try also to, whatever you have, you always wish to share it with other people that are vulnerable. So it is true that I'm hoping to grow up the business. I would say, in layman's terms, I would say I've just graduated. The journey begins here.
Wow, and it's been an exciting journey so far. What would you say have been some of your most memorable moments? And there must be many, I guess. You know, I mean, this business started, as far back as 1986. So there have been many things over time, but what stands out for you, perhaps, as milestones in your journey?
You know, there's been a lot of challenges along the way. As you know, that it's never easy anywhere. The road can be bumpy, but you always try and navigate the way forward. So there has been a lot of challenges, and there's been a lot of good things that has happened along the way, which balance each other at the end of the day. But the most important thing is that I came out through the support of our people in Lesotho, as well as the people in the African soil, as well as abroad as well. So things has been, I have had my share of challenges as well.
All right, and perhaps as we start to wrap up, your advice for young entrepreneurs, because the continent is very young in terms of average age, and entrepreneurship is possibly the vehicle that's going to get our continent where we need it to be. What's your advice to young people thinking about going into business?
I would say to them, to our youth in the African continent, if they believe in business, business can really build them up. They can, but they must take it easy. They must have patience. The problem that we have is that we want to have money tomorrow. Business is not like that. Take your time, make sure that whatever you do it right. And then there's a lot of things that taught us a lot of things in the past. Like when the COVID-19 started in last year, we had a lot of challenges, but we soldiered on. So I can tell our youth to say that take your time, don't rush into things. One day, but you must just make sure that you try and do whatever you try and do with your patience, it will definitely reward you. There are so many things that has been happening in Africa. Africa, we got a lot of minerals like the coal. I'll make an example of the coal. We mine the coal in Africa, and we send it to Europe and Asia and other places overseas. But what we don't realize is that this same coal that we are mining in Africa, in our continent, and sending it out of the continent, when we buy it back as steel or any other thing that has been made out of it, we pay 10 times the price. Unlike if you can say, okay, if there are some investors from overseas, you say, come, let's partner with you, and then we process our coal in Africa, and we create jobs for our brothers and sisters in Africa. That can really help us a lot, because we'll be creating jobs as well as selling in good profit as well the end goods.
Ntate Sam Matekane, congratulations once again for being voted Forbes Best of Africa Leading Entrepreneur of the Year. Thank you for being such a leading light for us in Africa. Thank you for giving us your time this evening, and we wish you the best of luck in the next decades of your journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you.